Good morning, I'm Verghese. First up, a massive dust storm and thunder squall stopped the bustling capital on its tracks last evening. It brought relief for the severe heat but left a trail of death and destruction and chaos in the national capital. 9 people were killed in Delhi and 3 in Ghaziabad as trees fell on cars and strong winds toppled brick piles. A crashing luggage pile at the airport killed a loader. More than 350 trees were uprooted, leading to traffic jams. Power supply was snapped for up to 5 hours in several parts of the city. Metro services were disrupted just ahead of the evening rush hour. The erratic power supply is further expected to trigger water shortage in the city. The Met Office put down the massive thunder squall to a 14-kilometer tall cumulonimbus cloud that settled over the capital. A freak storm has hit the national capital last evening. It claimed 9 lives and also disrupted power and water to several parts of the national capital region. The Met Department is saying the storm is due to a 14-kilometer cloud that has settled over the city. Though it was a welcome relief from the heat, it in fact left a trail of destruction in the national capital region. 350 trees were uprooted in this freak storm. Several power cables were snapped as trees fell on them, and several areas in the city were without power. The metro services also were halted because of the freak storm. 9 people were killed in this. The massive dust storm and thunder squall stopped the bustling capital on its tracks. It was very difficult for commuters to reach back home, especially during the evening rush hour, because the thunderstorm had in fact stopped all public transport. 9 people were killed in Delhi and 3 in Ghaziabad. Trees fell on cars because of the strong winds, and several brick piles were in fact toppled. A crashing luggage pile at the airport killed a loader. None can beat the TTD when it comes to raking up needless issues and then putting the lid on them just in time. In one such move, the TTD today decided against abolishing the Divya Darshanam token system.
At the board meeting held in Tirumala, the wise men of the Devasthanams stopped short of kicking up a fresh row on its snobbish attitude towards the devotees. The board members, led by Chairman Kannumuri Bappiraju and Executive Officer Gopal, decided to continue the issuance of Divya Darshanam tokens without any hindrance, citing popular demand. Divya Darshanam tokens are a privilege being extended to devotees trekking the famous Tirumala hills using the pedestrian path. The tokens are issued at special counters midway through the artist's journey by foot. Those holding the Divya Darshanam tokens are allowed a quick and less hassle darshan privileges. The plan soon became a hit with devotees. Ironically, the TTD was forced onto the back foot as they struggled to accommodate them in the queue lines ahead of others. The TTD had been contemplating doing away with the system even as the news evoked serious opposition from devotees. It was widely believed that the board would formally dispense with the system during today's meeting. However, giving great relief to the pilgrims, the TTD decided to shelve its plans for the moment. Among other measures ratified at the meeting, the TTD decided to mitigate at the earliest the water shortage issue plaguing the sacred hills for some time. The board also allocated rupees 12.85 crores for the purchase of 30.62 lakh kgs of rice and 2 crores for installing LED TVs in the 31Q complex compartments. The board announced a profit of rupees 700 crores coming from the e-auctioning of human hair offered by devotees. MS Vedanarayana for News9, Tirumala.
Still confused what to choose after class 10 or class 12, or even how to deal with people in general? Then fear not, there is a technology that can help you understand yourself and others much better. Take a look.
This is the biggest problem kids these days face. What to do after class 10? Whether to choose science, arts or commerce? Or for that matter, even to do something different altogether. Or a bigger headache? What to do after class 12? To become an engineer, a doctor, scientist, musician? The list is endless, and this creates unnecessary stress for them lot. Your fingerprints will come to the rescue. Yes, that's right. Your fingerprints can come to your rescue. Science called dermatoglyphics. What is dermatoglyphics? Dermatoglyphics is the study of fingerprints, palm prints and sole prints. The dermal ridges begin to form around the 13th week of gestation and completes development by the end of the 21st week, and then remains invariable. Each one's dermatoglyphics pattern is unique and unalterable. Dermatoglyphics analysis, however, is the combination of new computer technology and science. By scanning and comparing the fingerprint patterns, they are able to find out the inborn advantages and give suggestions according to each person's own characteristics with no bias. How does this work? Well, it's pretty simple. All you got to do is give your fingerprints, and in 3 to 4 days, the analysis will be obtained. A counselor can then tell you what you're good at and how to use your inborn talents to the utmost.
Everybody in this world wants to be happy and successful in their life, but they aren't. Why? The only reason is because they cannot connect with themselves. Now, if you go to any guru, they always tell you, understand yourself. But is it difficult or is it easy? It's very difficult. How do you understand yourself? It's very difficult, right? Now, dermatoglyphics is a tool by which you can connect with yourself, understand your inborn talents. Now, when a person is born, he comes with some package, he comes with inborn talent, right? And then we have acquired talent as well that we learn in school, from home, and the society.
A boon for students. For all you students out there, the biggest concern today is what career to choose, and is it the right path? Well, this method solves all that and more by simply giving you information regarding the talents you're born with and what your strengths and weaknesses are.
See, when students come to the 10th or 12th standard, they need to take a career choice, and parents usually force them to take career choices according to the percentages that they get. So it's very important for the child to realize what he or she wants and what she wants to pursue as her dream. And it's difficult for them to choose because there's so much of a wide range available now. So with DMIT, we actually come to the inner potentials of that kid, which help us to understand where the strengths are, where the skills are, and where the potentials are, which can give her or him a very good start-off point to choose a career.
Couples can benefit too. There is something for everybody to gain with this technology. It also helps couples understand each other in a much more better way.
Life that has come to today very stressful, and we really spend a little quality time with our partners. Relationships are getting very much under stress because of the time factor. When I do DMIT on both the partners, I actually can understand where they're coming from, how the particular person functions, and what he expects the other one also to respond to. When I do a DMIT on both the partners, I can actually help them to understand how he himself is and how his partner is. So that brings the stress level to it brings it down to a great level, and they can actually work on it and then try and understand how they can enhance their relationship.
Kasturi, a topper in a class 12, could have taken any subject she wanted to pursue, be it engineering or even MBBS. But she decided to do something that she liked, and that was environmental science. And she too felt that the dermatoglyphics analysis has helped her a lot.
Basically opened up a lot of opportunities for me, and it has given me insights and broadened my perspective. My entire report was visually based. My visual spatial, I think my counselors told me that it was one of the highest that they'd seen, because there are three areas: auditory, visual, and there's one more, and the percentages are divided. My visual was one of the highest that they had seen. Basically, it allows me to identify with what I've always known subconsciously, but I've never really applied in my life and implemented it, especially this visual aspect of it.
It is really hard to believe and digest that just with our fingerprints, today's science can give us all these answers. But well, that's science for you. Nolan Pinto for News 9.